So, Miss Colbert, we have you in for 5 nights, including breakfast, a count to go to your company, Le Beau, and you're on the first floor.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Excuse me. I think you'll be needing this. Or at least you will do at the end of the week.
Merci, monsieur. Sorry, I mean,
No, it's okay. I understand what you mean. And, no props. Hi, sorry. I've got a reservation for the week under Timbrel.
hi. I should probably introduce myself, just to say thank you for helping me earlier. I'm Nicole. What you up to?
Oh, well, just some doodles, really. It's kind of what I do when I'm bored. Sorry, I'm James, by the way.
These aren't doodles, these are really good. And they're of me.
Yeah, they are, I suppose. Don't worry, it's nothing personal. I'm not some stalker or something.
Don't worry, I didn't think you were. I hope I get to keep them. I'm very protective of my image rights.
Of course, of course. So what about you? Like, what are you up to? You look very busy.
Oh, just some last-minute study. I'm starting my induction as a trainee retail manager tomorrow. I'm joining Le Beau, you know, this fashion brand. They have their European head offices here.
Oh, they do? I thought they were French.
I know, yes, a lot of people think this, but actually, no, they are American. Although, I am definitely French.
That's never in doubt. So, if you don't start until tomorrow, then how come you're doing all this work in your own time?
No, I don't mind. I'd rather find out as much as I can about the job before I start, rather than putting all this pressure on myself in the first week. But actually, Le Beau have been really good.
Really? In what way?
Well, when I got the job, they sent me a questionnaire, so they could find out what I really needed to focus on in my induction. Because I had worked for fashion brands when I was a student, so I wasn't a complete, what is it that you say, newbie. And I had done business studies at university, so anyway, they called me up on the phone, we talked it over, and they created this special program for me, so here I am.
Wow. And what's all this on the iPad?
Mainly some videos, some PDFs, just other stuff to help me prepare. Mainly about Le Beau, how they're organized, what they do, that sort of thing.
Sounds, boring.
Actually, not so boring, quite inspiring, really. Really nicely made and good insight into the brand. Also, it means that we can focus on the practical stuff rather than worrying too much about the detail. But everybody said they have found the videos really helpful, so...
Everyone? How do you know you haven't started yet?
Yes, this is true, but I have met some of the other trainees in Google Hangout.
Google what?
Google Hangout, it's, let me show you. So it's a bit like online Skype forum,
Right.
where everybody can talk, see, like this.
Oh, I see.
So we have been finding out about each other, and they seem really nice.
Cool, cool.
So what about you? What brings you to Brighton?
Oh, a bit like you, really. I'm starting a new job, too. Nothing so grand as you, though. I'm working in a call centre, insurance, and I'm staying here till I can find a new place to live.
Ah, très bien. So obviously you're all well prepared in advance, unlike me, revising at the last minute.
No, don't be daft. I know absolutely nothing about the job, except that it doesn't pay very well. Still, I suppose I'll find out more tomorrow at 9.
Well, I'm sure they have it all organised for you. Do you know where your training is taking place?
Down in Hove. It's a bit of a trek, and the weather forecast is rubbish. Otherwise, I would have walked along the seafront. Still, suspect I can get a bus.
Hove. I think this is where mine is too. International House, do you know it?
Yeah, I think I've seen it, actually. All gleaming glass and power dressing, right? Not expecting so much where I'm going.
Well, I have a car with me. I'm starting at 9 as well. If you want a lift, I can...
Oh, brilliant. I mean, if it's really no trouble.
De rien. Perhaps in return I could have one of your beautiful pictures.
Of course. And what was that you said? Durian.
See you in reception, 8:30?
Brilliant, thank you.
Okay. I think we should go for the Sancerre. What do you think?
The what? Look, you choose, all right? You're the expert. We don't really do wine en Angleterre.
I think you do. Some of the best sparkling wines in the world are made just a few miles from here.
They are? Well, I had no idea. Anyway, I can't really afford that kind of stuff. I'm more of a lager man myself.
Well, you get a lager then. I'll just get a glass of wine for myself. Anyway, how was your first day?
Oh, where do I start? A total nightmare. When I arrived, no one had any idea who I was, and no one prepared anything either. Eventually, they found me a desk and gave me the annual report to read whilst they figured out what to do with me next.
Okay. Well, actually, not okay.
Absolutely. They sat me next to one of the more experienced operators. I couldn't make head or tail of what was going on, and it was all impenetrable insurance jargon.
Sounds terrible. Is this the best they can do?
Well, when I complained that I was struggling to come to terms with all the technical stuff, they put me on my own to do something that they called e-learning. I mean, it was like going from the sublime to the ridiculous. I mean, mountains of information, most of which I'm sure I didn't really need, at least not yet. It was like drinking from a fire hose. I mean, maybe it's me. Perhaps I'm just thick.
Could be. But then, I've never met anyone who likes being on the receiving end of, what is it you call this? An information dump?
It gets worse. Turns out you have to pass the e-learning, you know, like an exam. 50 questions, checking I can remember all sorts of trivia. You know, the sort of stuff you can actually find on some kind of system as and when you need it. I'm pretty sure no one actually remembers all that stuff, other than for how long it takes to do the quiz.
I'm sure you're right. But stick with it. I'm sure it will get easier. It seems like I had a much better day.
You have? Why, what happened? Did you manage to avoid the e-learning?
Actually, no. But it seems like there's quite a lot of good e-learning out there, too. We spent quite a lot of time in our group discussions working through interactive scenarios showing situations that could happen in store. There are also a lot of scenarios that we can use to work through on our own as well.
Oh, well, like a bit like Call of Duty, yeah? Except without the ultra-violence.
Not quite that exciting, but perhaps a better use of your time.
So what else do you do in your group sessions? Listen to lectures?
Not really. The group sessions are more for discussions and for answering any questions we might have. We learn all the theory before we start. Anyway, this is enough about work. You promised you'd show me more of your drawings, remember?
Yeah, I did. You studying tonight?
Actually trying to address my work-life balance. Speaking of which, do you fancy trying to empty the minibar in my room?
You have a minibar? What are you, on the executive floor?
Actually, I am, but don't get too excited. It's not like I have a suite or anything.
You don't? Nevertheless, on balance, the answer's still a yes.
Good. And bring your laptop. I want to see your whole portfolio of drawings. In the meantime, it looks like they're finally coming to take our drinks order. I can't stay out here all day. I have to get up at some ungodly hour to get the ferry back to France from New Haven. And I'm so tired. That's 3 afternoons now spent on my feet at our Gatwick store. It's been good, though. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, you think you're tired. I'm still recovering from that 3-hour PowerPoint presentation I had to suffer yesterday.
Oh, you poor thing. Hey, I start next week as the management trainee at Le Beau's flagship store in Paris. I'll be there for 6 months. It's going to be exciting. I wish you could come.
Ah, yeah, so do I, but you know, my claimants need me here. Otherwise, who else are they going to shout at down the phone? Anyway, what am I going to do in Paris?
Well, I've been thinking, you know, about your drawings. You're not just a good illustrator, you're the best I've ever seen. And I think your style lends itself really well to fashion. Everybody knows that Paris is the center of the fashion world. Why don't you come with me?
You're joking, right? Me in Paris? Je ne parle pas français. Anyway, I can't believe that there aren't already hundreds of other artists better than me that aren't just lining up to take whatever jobs are going.
I think you're wrong, but it's up to you. Maybe you should come, take a chance, see what happens. Or stay here and prepare yourself for a frustrating life doing some job you hate. You don't want to look back on your life in 10 years' time and think, what if I'd taken a chance, you know?
Look, I appreciate the offer, but right now, I just can't see it. Look, let's just get back to the hotel, right? We can get some dinner. You need to get some sleep. Or whatever. Changed my mind. I'm coming. That is, if the office still open. And what's this? Radio 4?
No, it's work. I'll put some music on. What's happening? You're really coming with me to Paris?
I am. I mean, I may never be a famous fashion illustrator, but at least I'll have you to stop me becoming a full-blown alcoholic.
Let's go then. A new adventure.
Great. Nicole Colbert, trainee manager program. Sounds posh. Looks like they got a lot lined up for you.
They do. And I will have a mentor that I can call upon for the next 6 months while I'm in Paris. And of course, I will still be part of the graduate trainee network, so I can keep in touch with everybody I met last week.
And are you an expert now in all of Le Beau's products?
Well, I'm not expected to know everything all at once, but they have a fantastic intranet where I can find out all the answers to any questions I might have. The important thing is knowing who to ask and where to look.
Makes sense. It's certainly a lot more enlightened than the company that I was working for.
So, what has happened? You have quit your job?
Well, I'm certainly not going back, let's put it that way. I think I recognize this. Is this Edith Piaf?
That's right. No regrets, the song is called.
Non, je ne regrette rien.
See? You're half French already.